All right, so today we are trying to figure out the resistance bands. So for the longest time, I've been using the 30 to 60s, one on each side. Got them double pinned at the top, attached to these heavy hangers here on the bar. And, they didn't feel like they gave a lot of resistance, and I guess maybe I just thought I was really strong. But apparently, this is a 40 to 80 pound band, and I've got 80 pounds on there, and you can see that it is in fact only 40 on each side. That gets me down to the 80 pounds here. So this is a pretty good distance. I'm always trying to get the pounds per inch math in my head, which is impossible because it's obviously lighter in the beginning. But if I look at what I need approximately 64 inches to get the minimum if I'm just going to use one side of the band here. And when I'm doing my squats, go from the bar, 64 is not even the top of my squat. Top of my squat is about 60 inches, which means even if I use the 40s, probably getting about 35 pounds on each side. So only 70 pounds added on, which is not that crazy. So I've been doing it wrong. I'm happy to admit it, but this was a way that I figured out how to identify how far up I need to go. So when I'm doing my incline bench here, we're looking to get up around 54 inches. So 54 inches here. If I was to take some weight off, I could get the math. 54 inches probably gives me about 60 pounds, not 80, right? So I'm going to have to step it up. I did this with the 30 to 60s and, at 25 pounds on each side. So 50 pounds was right about here, which means that I was getting about between 25 pounds added on to my squat, 20 to 25 pounds added on to my incline press, maybe 10 to 15 pounds on my bench. So it's pretty disappointing. But now that I can make that adjustment, I can get kind of an accurate measurement, based on these. So, for me, the bands, when you see this and it says 40 to 60 or 30 to 60, 40 to 80, just know that the 80 pounds means for two bands. Okay. I can't imagine stretching it beyond that to try to come up with the 160 that you'd think you get with two of these 80 pound straps. So an impossibility. However, I also did double it up to test that as well. So I had it on double from the two pins, and I couldn't even get beyond 4 feet, which is impossible for any of these lifts. The only one I could do that with would be my flat bench, but couldn't do it with shoulders, can't do it with squat, can't do it with incline bench. So there's no sense in me doubling up because I can't even get enough range of motion to get the weight. So we're going to switch the bands today. Switch them on my next workout. Today we're going to do shoulders and arms. And I'm actually going to be using this for my resistance because this actually gives me what I would consider to be a pretty true understanding of the pounds per inch here, right? I mean, you load the weight, start right here, at 10 pounds of resistance right there. Tells me where I am. At 20 pounds of resistance right here. Come all the way out. Now I'm at 25 because I maxed out. Say I go up to 65 here. We'll go all the way up. Go to 65 pounds, all right? So I'm at 10 pounds right here. 30 pounds right here. 40 pounds, 50. So, I mean, it is obviously like a resistance band is supposed to. For 10 pounds, I get a good, let's see, I start at 10, out about 6 inches, 20, definitely not 12 inches, right? 30, definitely not 24 inches, right? I mean, where you can see that the pounds per inch get heavier as it goes. So there's no math I can do to figure this out. Just my best guesses. And so for the bands, I'm going to have to grab the lowest weight on each band. So if I want to get, 50 pounds of resistance, I'm probably going to have to use the 40 to 80 pound resistant bands to get any of that. And so my lifts are going to go down as far as the weight you can see, but the bands are going to go up. And I hope this was helpful. Same could be said for the dumbbells. But I have long bands, not short bands, so it's going to be hard to do with the dumbbells. But so for your reference, for your own knowledge, if you are using bands, to understand each band is going to give you a range, and in order to meet that range, you need two, one on each side, at least for these types of bands. And as far as the doubling up, you're probably not going to get more than 4 feet if you double up and maxed out. So you're going to want to go with a single on each side. And yeah, just get used to that information there. And now we lift.